Now for those of you that are doing a Maidenless Run, you might have already killed Morgott and then quickly realized that the golden seal is not lifted. Unfortunately, if you're doing a Maidenless Run and you do not grab Melina, then sadly the golden seal will not lift at all. You will not be able to get past Leyndell Capital. Likewise, you also cannot do the Frenzied Flame ending since that is also still sealed. However, I can help with one of those things. If you head out from the Avenue balcony and head straight to the golden seal just like before, you can do something called the Morgott Skip. There's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you what I consider to be the easier one. It's essentially the tree skip from Dark Souls 3 but on crack. So kill the 3 enemies up here and then kind of angle yourself at this right stone pillar. If you stand in the pile of bricks here, it should be a nice marking point to figure out where to start from. All you have to do is aim a little bit to the edge of the pillar so you'd run up it, and then just run at it, jump off of it, and aim for the tree. Now, the part of aiming at the tree is the tricky part because you have to turn right immediately without overshooting it or undershooting it, otherwise you just simply won't get there. But either way, just run up the pillar at the angle, jump off the tree while aiming to the right, and then jump again. Even if you don't land on the tree, make it a habit of double jumping just in case, because if you land on the tree, you'll simply slide off if you don't jump immediately. So in the pile of bricks, aim a little bit to the right of east at the right side of the pillar, run up the pillar, jump off, and double jump off the tree, and you'll land on the wall. This may take you a few tries, but trust me, it's a lot easier than the other method. And it's something you can also do without having to have any arcane at all. If you're interested in using the other method, I will link it down below, but trust me, it's not that good. From here, just go around the entire wall. Going around the wall is just easy, just hug the wall, go around the side. This next part is a bit tricky. All you have to do is run up and jump onto the wall. You could do this by running into the wall and then quickly pivoting and jumping over it. Nice and easy. But if you go up to it, you can also just jump on it, but there's also a chance of just missing the jump entirely and falling, so I wouldn't risk that. But either way, once you get up on this wall, just progress as normal. Assuming you're doing a Maidenless Run, you probably don't want to be fighting these laying down knights. It takes up too much time, there's a chance of getting hit, and fuck everybody on horseback, right? You don't have to fight this guy, though he'll chase you for a while. If you just stay target locked on him and then run backwards, you'll be able to easily outrun him, and anytime he tries to attack you, just jump over it and you'll get on nice and easy. Then you can just take the elevator down into the Forbidden Lands. And now you're probably thinking, well, how will I get into the Mountaintop of the Giants? There's no rolled medallion from Melina. Well, that's also an easy fix. Even though you can no longer use the rolled medallion to use this lift, you can do something called a wrong warp skip. This is also relatively easy to do. Just stand in the middle of this circle, open your map, and choose either the Castleward Tunnel or the Round Table Hold. You'll teleport to one of these, preferably the Castleward Tunnel because it loads just a little bit slower. When you're teleporting to this, watch the loading bar and quit when the loading bar gets to about 99%. For reference, there should be one big jump at the start that'll take it to like 80%, and then one more that'll take it just to about 99, and then you wait half a second, then close out the game. Now, depending on how fast your loading time is, it could be quicker than this. But after the last big jump, you want to wait just a little bit longer and then close out the game. On PlayStation, you should use a timer because the HUD will be blocking this loading bar, so you're going to have to time how long it takes for you to load in. It's at this time that I'll mention that this works on every single console. The requirements just differ very slightly depending on said console. For example, if you're on PC, Steam Sync needs to be turned off or you need to be offline, otherwise the game will be running in the background. PlayStation, as I mentioned, needs a timer. Everything else should be relatively simple about just closing out the game. Nintendo Switch will probably be the hardest because the game runs in the background even when you're on the home screen. But either way, time how long it takes, that's the easiest method, and close out the game. You'll know if you got it because you'll load into the Mountaintop of the Giants. However, if you load into Castleward Tunnel, then you close the game too late. What you need to do is simply close it a little bit earlier next time, maybe half a second. Fiddle with it until you end up somewhere else. And if you stay in the exact same spot you were, you closed it too early. Try closing it just a little bit later next time. But as I mentioned, if you get it spot on, done correctly, you'll be in the Mountaintop of the Giants. All you have to do from here is just go straight forward, get the grace, and you'll be just fine. This is how you get through Leyndell Capital on a Maidenless Run. because sadly, if Melina's not there, you cannot get the Road Medallion, and nor can you get past the Golden Seal. I do not know of a way to get the Frenzied Flame while Maidenless, but knowing this game, I'm sure there's plenty of ways, especially on PC. But with that being said, that's pretty much just about it. Hope you found this helpful. Until next time.